And I'm live. Okay, so I don't know when this video started. Everything on my screen is going nuts. Okay, life's a little bit complicated here. I got 15 minutes to make this video because I don't pay to make my YouTube videos. But Halo Infinity, how do we make this better? And how does this philosophy or this theology improve game standards in general? Okay, so first of all, when you have an open world concept campaign, you can suggest, you know what, it's fun when everything just randomly spawns and it's this continuous conflict with this medial conflicts, whatever. But what if not only, as I stated in my previous video, that the Marines have limited lives and when they die, they're gone, at least in Legendary. So that's a achievement. That's an objective. That's a mission. You don't leave them on the hills when you get 5 in your crew. You don't leave 3 to 7 behind. You take them all with you, at least until you get to a fob. But the Covenant or the Banished, they also have limited amounts of enemies that can assault you. Doesn't that just make sense? There's different objectives which unlock a new quota. So you get so far into the game and you defeated the 500 banished reinforcements that can come down. That's a lot. But apparently they're so formidable they're a threat to humanity. But then when you defeat the objective, now you unlock more as a general quota, but that can also affect the other parts of the map. That way it's not just this continuous reloading of all these things, but also, okay, anyways, so kind of point B, the fobs and all your objectives are all super, super close. They say this is the biggest, most immersive campaign. It's amazing. It's beautiful. It's not. It's not at all. They've got so many redundant vectors that their world is limited due to the fact that they thought having a rock with 15 sides on it was superior to having a rock with 8 to 7 sides and a map that was 5 times bigger with more useful, more relevant areas in it. And then so, yes, I only found 2 skulls, and they're the most obvious ones right on top of things. But you have more use for hiding things in a map, which is more expansive. And it's just so much more interactive when you don't congest it and say, you know what, the details made it congested. So those congested areas are good because those congested areas aren't good for a battle royale simulation of your campaign environment. You've designed this massive world, but you can't use it for battle royale because you have so many vectors that it's going to destroy your RAM and your ROM and you won't be able to play the game. So, yes, when I burnt out my hard drive, I had Game Pass. I had a limited Game Pass variety. I had Game Pass for 2 months. 2 months of Game Pass. And I destroyed the hard drive on my Xbox, which I had owned for 1 year and played lightly. Light play. I had the Xbox to play Halo 5, and I only got 600 gigabytes of data on my hard drive. I destroyed my hard drive. Can you imagine what it's going to do to your Xbox trying to run Halo Infinity Battle Royale? It's just nonsense. But not only is it stupid on account of the vectors, the environment is made for prosthetic appeal to justify congesting all of their objective points in campaigns in a way that makes no sense for the Marines' existence on this ring for 6 months without you, and the Banish's behavior. The Banished is behavior. Because as far as the campaign goes, their behavior makes no sense. And the storyline makes no sense because the environment makes no sense because they founded it 100% on 4K content. So, anyways, those are 3 things. You want a bigger, more immersive campaign, which is Battle Royale compatible. You want a better world in general that isn't founded on these misconceptions that we need to make graphics better instead of game content and gameplay better. Your Marines need to mean something to you, and your Banished need to mean something to you. Anyways, as far as that goes, the campaign was great. But if you think about the pre-lobby concept of game theory, like I was just talking about in my previous video, that you might not have watched, you have to load your character, so you load your character. You have to load your vehicles, so you load your vehicles. You have to load your movement interfacing, so you load up your movement interfacing. You're going to have to link with other people, so those people might as well be able to link right into your lobby if you guys are waiting to enter a search for your playlist or your campaign. If you're loading campaign and they're not loading campaign, there's no reason you guys can't run around on your screen until your campaign loads because that's not taking enough energy off your ROM nor your RAM to be relevant to track his movement and your movement while loading the map. Congratulations, you can load them up. Now you can say, but if we want to have vehicles in this sandbox, we have to load all this stuff up. So we're sitting here waiting to load all this stuff up, and I'm gonna play a map that doesn't have a vehicle, or I'm loading Marines because they're useful in the campaign, but they're not useful in PvP. So why am I doing that? I'm loading up the Covenant in the Banished, but why am I doing that? Well, it's easy. You load the things that are important in priority, which facilitates you to interact and adjust your armor haul and everything, because their armor haul takes forever to load up. Your armor haul should take absolutely nothing to load up. You need no visual graphics in order to do that. It's just a fucking list. It's a list that should be easy to click when you're on your menu. When you're on your menu, it should be like a prominent thing. You can sift through your entire menu faster than a Windows XP brand new 1,000 GB of hard drive space, 32 GB of RAM. You can just go through your menu like nothing. You can't do that. You should be able to do that. But the priority queue, wow, my computer is so old and disgustingly broken and useless. I don't even know if you heard what I was saying, because I hit the start menu and my whole computer just bogged down and lagged. My computer's shit. I've got 2 GB RAM. Anyways, you put a priority queue so you don't load up those Marines and you don't load up all of the prosthetics of all of your vehicles until you have the RAM space available to do that for you. And if you're going to start loading up a match, it's going to say, you know what? Screw your sandbox. I'm not going to bother loading a Scorpion, which hasn't been loaded yet. I mean, there's just like a garage door, which is actually just like a flat wall with a ledge sticking out just a little bit, because you don't need amazing graphics, because you're not going to use that Scorpion. It just doesn't load. There's a priority queue. So, yeah, just ways to make games better, reasonable expectations, things that we should have been into expected, which would have actually given them less work to do. Yeah, it's crazy. You can quantify what the job requires to accomplish the end goal and determine that it actually requires less work of them. Anyhow, well, I'm just going to drink some of my diet caffeine-free Coca-Cola. But, and I'm out, and I didn't realize it. But anyways, I can't pause this video, I don't think. That's the ridiculous part about going live. I wish I could pause it. I need like 10 seconds just to think about the next kind of important thing to say. Like, we've already gone over the fact that they need to put Hornets in the game to make their air battles awesome. And then they need to give the Hydra farther range on its targeting, at least air vehicles, because that'd be awesome. And you can justify your radar being bigger because you have enough intellect that you're not trying to track the Molnar, which is untraceable. You're trying to track distortion in the air. And if you're tracking distortion in the air, you can find fucking anything doing anything anywhere if you had the technology to do it. And then, so I like that Infinity your radar is bigger. That's nice. They're not complete fuck-ups. Anyways, I wish I can just pause this. I need like 10 seconds just so I can take a breath and think without going, you know what, I'm a streamer, what, you know. Because most people that have good videos, they edit all their crap. I don't even have a video editing program because I don't have a computer that can run it, and you know, yeah. Oh yeah.